Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Open your Falcon Mathematics of grade 2. Unit number 2 arithmetic operations, and our topic is subtraction without worry. First of all, what is subtraction? Students understand, subtraction is taking one number away from another. For example, if you can see there is 8 and 7, which means if we have 8 objects and moving 7s from it, we will remain with 1. This is subtraction. Now let's start it in 3 steps. Step 1, subtract units first, after then subtract tens, and then move to hundreds. Subtract 2 from 3 for your convenience. Draw three lines at a side. Now cut 2 lines from it. You will have 1 remain with you. Write down in the answer. Now minus hundreds, 4 and 1. Subtract 1 from 4. Remember, always subtract smaller digit from the largest digit. You cannot minus greatest from the smallest. Now let's see the next. Start from proper A. Start from unit side. Subtract from 6 to 4. Minus 4 from 6, you will get 2 as answer. On a rough page you can draw 6 lines and cross the 4, you will get 2 in the answer. Now subtract 3 from 7, answer is 4. Nothing to subtract from 7 in hundreds, write down 7 as it is. Next, now do B part. Start from units. You have 9, largest digit, and you have to subtract 4 from it. Let me explain by drawing the 9 lines. Now cut down 4 lines from it. Count the remaining lines. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It means you have 5 in unit digit remaining with you. Write down it in answer box. Next, move to tens. Minus 1 from 9, you will get 8, and if you cut down 2 from 2, nothing will remain. You will be with 0. Write down 0 in the answer. Now minus 0 from 0. Students, as you know, 0 has no power to increase or decrease a number. It means if we minus 0 from 0, we will get 0. Minus 6 from 9, answer will be 3. If you cut 4 from 5, you will be remain with 1. Move to next D part. You have 8 largest number in units and 5 small number in units. Minus 5 from 8, answer will be 3. Now minus 2 from 4, write down 2 in answer. If we minus 6 and 4, we will get 2 as answer. Move to next E part. Hope your understanding has built now. Let's subtract quickly. 4 minus 1, answer is 3. 8 minus 7, you will get 1 as answer. 5 minus nothing, write down 5 as answer. Same. 8 minus 3, 5. Next, minus 7 minus 1, 6. Move to hundreds. 800 minus 400, you will get 400 in answer. Let's solve the G part. 6 minus 0, nothing will decrease, answer will 6. 9 minus 1, subtract 1 from 9, you will get 8 as answer. Now you have 500 and subtract 200 from it, answer will be 300. Let's do H part. Start from units. 5 minus 5. See, you have 5 in units and cut all the digits. 5 completely minus, you will be remain with 0. Write down 0 in the answer. Now minus tens, minus 9 with nothing, answer will 9. Move to hundreds. 3 minus 1, you will get 2 as answer. Write down it answer box. Now move to next I part, which I have done already. Move to J part. Start from units. Subtract 5 from 8, write down 3. Then solve tens. Minus 2 from 4. Subtract hundreds. 6. Subtract 4 from 6. You will get 2 as answer. Next part K. 7 and subtract 7, which means 0. Subtract tens. You have 8 and 4 to subtract from 8, answer will 4. Now hundreds. See, in hundreds you have 700 and subtract 7 from it, you will get 0 as answer. L part, we can see 6 in units and we have to subtract 2 units from 6 units. We will get 4 units as answer. Now tens, 0 tens, so we get 0 tens as answer. Now see, in hundreds we have 600 and we have to subtract 100 from 600, we will get 500 as answer. Exercise 5, topic subtraction without borrowing, we have done it. Now let's move to page number 31. Some parts are remaining of exercise 5. Let's do complete it first. Then we will move to our exercise 6. See, in the M part of exercise 5 on page number 31, topic is subtraction and unit is arithmetic operations. 7, we can see 7 in units and 1 in units. Subtract 1 from 7, you will get 6. Now move to tens. Minus 5 from 6, answer is 1. Now subtract hundreds. 300 from 500, we will remain with 200. Next, N part. 6, subtract 2 from it, answer is 4. 8, subtract 3 from it, answer will be 5. 2, subtract 2 from it, we will get 0. Next, last part of the exercise, 4 minus 3, the difference will 0. 2, subtract 0 from it, answer will 2. No difference. 9, subtract 8 from 9, answer will 1. Students, remember one thing, the answer we get from subtraction is called difference. Let's start our exercise 6. Let's read the statement first, what we have to do in exercise 6. In exercise 6, statement asks that in each set circle a pair of the numbers that gives a difference of 32. We have to find pair of numbers that gives the difference. It means when we subtract two numbers, the answer must be 32. The first one has, you can see there is 95 and 63 is circled. If we solve it, 95, let's check 95, write down 63, under 95, now minus 5 and 3. If we subtract 3 from 5, we will get 2, and if we subtract 6 from 9, we will get 3. See students, we get 32 as answer, and what we have to find? We have to find the pair of numbers that gives answer 32. Now let's see, in B part, we have 5 numbers, 5 different numbers with different digits. We have to find two numbers, pair of number, which give us answer 32. Which two numbers have difference of 32? Let's find out. First, check in a row. We have in first row 28 and 60. Let's solve it. If we do 28 and 60, let's check out first numbers in a row. We have 60 and 28. Write down 60 first, because greater number has to write first. Then subtract 28 from it. We are checking which number will give us difference 32. Now we cannot subtract 8 from 0. For this we will take borrow from 6, cut 6, we have remain 5 with us, and 0 becomes 10. Now subtract 8 from 10, you get 2 as answer. We have 5 in tens, minus 2 from 5, we will get 32. It's great, we get 32 in a first attempt. So now what we have to do, we will circle these two numbers that we get pair with difference 32. Let's move to next C part. Here we have 5 numbers. Let's find out which two numbers have 32 difference. Let's check. First row 42 and 68. Write down 68 first, then subtract 42 from it. 8 subtract 2, we will get 6. Then subtract 4 from 6, you will get 2. Answer is 26. What we have, we need 32. So this is not the pair we are searching for. Let's check the first column numbers, which are 68 again and 36. Now subtract 36 from 68. If we subtract 6 from 8, we will get 2. And if we subtract 3 from 6, we will get 3. So we are searching for 32 and we have get it. It means the pair of 68 and 36, these two numbers will give us the difference of 32. That's done. Let's move to next question and read the statement of it. In each set, circle a pair of the number that gives a difference of 18. The same process we have to follow. Find two numbers or pair of number which give us the difference of 18. It means if we subtract two numbers, we will get 18 as answer. See in the B part, we have 49 and 13 in first row and 13 and 94 in first column. In second column, first column we have 49 and 50. Let's find out pair of numbers with the difference 18. If we solve from 49 and 13, let's find out the difference of 18. Subtract 3 from 9, we will get 6. We can see the first digit we get is 6. It is not 8. So this pair will never give us answer 18. Let's try the second one, which is 49 and 50. We cannot subtract 50 from 49, so it is not our right pair. Let's search in next column 13 and 94. Write 94 first, then 13. 94 is greater and 13 is smaller. If we subtract 3 from 4, we will get 1, which means it is not 8 in units. This is not the right pair. Now we have last two digits 94 and 76. Let's try to find 18 in difference 94 and 76. Now subtract the numbers. Take a borrow from 9. It will be 14, and in tens you have with 8. Now subtract 6 from 14, you will get 8 in units. It means we are going in the right way. Now subtract 7 from 8, it is 1. So our right pair is 94 and 76. With the same process, find out the next pair of numbers with the difference of 18. If you subtract 65 from 84, we will get 18 as difference. 84 and subtract 65 from it. Now let's see. We have 4 and we have to subtract 5 from it. The smaller number cannot subtract the greatest number or greater number. So we have to take a borrow from left side. Now we have 14 with us and we have to subtract 5 from 14. You get 8 as answer. Here we have 7 in tens. Now subtract 6 from 7 and answer is 1. It means we find successfully our pair with the difference of 18. It is 84 and 65. Now let's move to next exercise, exercise 7 on page number 33. Topic is same. Subtract the following. You can solve this exercise on your book. By the following, the same process, start from the unit side, then solve tens and then hundreds. The way is borrow. Now we are going to subtract with borrowing numbers. See, you have 2 and you have to subtract 4 from 2. Smaller number cannot subtract the greater number than it. So take a borrow from 8, cut 8, write down here 7 because we have 7 in tens now. Minus 4 from 12, write down here answer 8. If we subtract 5 from 7, we will get 2 as answer. We have nothing to subtract from hundreds, write down 2 as it is. Let's move to B part. Make the 0 10 first. Cut the tens 5 to 4. Now minus 3 from 10. Write down 7 in the answer. Subtract 2 from 4. You will get 2 as answer. If we subtract 2 from 6, we will remain with 4 as answer. Students, do carefully and attentively these exercises because in the last I am going to ask some questions from you. You have to answer these questions in the comment box of the video. Okay, so be careful and attentive. Now subtract 7 from 4. We cannot do this. Take a borrow from 3. Borrow one digit. Now we have 14 and in tens we have 2 remaining. minus 7 from 14, we have 7 in answer. Subtract 1 from 2, 1, then again 1 from 2, answer is 1. Next is 5, D part, answer is 4. 2 is small, then 9, take a borrow from hundreds. Now we have digit 12. We can subtract 9 from 12 easily, answer is 3. Now if we cut 2 from 3, we will get 1 as answer. Students, we are going to solve E part of exercise 7. Topic is subtract the following by taking borrow. Again, 1 has no power to subtract 7, make it 11 first, and in tens cut the 9, write down 8 here. Now the value of 9 decreased to 8. If we subtract 7 from 11, we will get 4 as answer, and if in tens, you can see we have 8 and we have to subtract 8 from 8. Answer will be 0. Now in hundreds, we have 1 to subtract from 1, answer will be 0. Next part, F. C in units. We cannot subtract 9 from 1, as you know, but we do now. We will take a borrow from tens, and now we have 11 in units, but the value of 8 is decreased to 7. Subtract 9 from 11, you will get 2 as answer. Subtract 4 from 7, you will get 3 as answer. Nothing to subtract in hundreds, write down 1 as it is. Next, G part, take a borrow from 6, decrease the value of 6 to 5, minus 6 from 14, your answer will be 8. Minus or subtract 0 from 5, you will get 5 as it is, answer in tens. Now see in the hundreds, you have 8 and you have to subtract 1 from 8. 7 will be remain with you as answer. Next, H part. Students, follow me and do your questions after me. Or let's solve together. Now we have 3 units and we have to subtract 6 from 3. With the same procedure, we will take a borrow from tens, decrease the value 4 as 3, subtract 6 from 13, answer is 7. Now we have 3 in upper digit and 3 in lower digit. Subtract 3 from 3, you will get 0 as answer. In hundreds, you can see we have 8, we have to subtract 1 from 8, answer will be 7. You have 707 as answer. Once again, remember that the answer we get from the subtraction is called the difference of two numbers. Take a borrow from tens, cut the 3, write 2 here, answer is 5. If we subtract 1 from 2, we will get 1 as answer. 6 from 7, we will get 1. The answer is 115, or the difference is 115 of 730 subtract 615. Again, solve the units side first of J part. Take up borrow from tens, make it 17. From which number you take a borrow, cut it and decrease the value of its one digit. 6 will become as 5. Now subtract 8 from 17, you will get 9. 1 from 5, we will get 4. 3 from 6, we will get 349, difference of these two numbers. Next, K part, same, take a borrow from tens, cut 7, decrease its value of one digit, it will become 6. Now we have 6 in units and 14 in units and 6 in tens. Subtract 8 from 14, we will get 6 as answer. Subtract 4 tens from 6 tens, you will get 2 tens. Subtract 100 from 700, you will get answer 600. The total difference is 626 of these two numbers. Now let's solve the L part. In each part we are taking borrow from tens. Now we have 15 in units, subtract 7, we will get 8. We have 2 tens and 1 to subtract from 2. Subtract it, you will get 1. Now we have 300 and have to subtract 100 from 300. We will get 200 remaining. The difference is 218. Let's solve the next M part. With the same process, take borrow from tens. Why we are taking borrow? Because 2 has no power to subtract 8 from it. We cannot subtract 8 from 2. See, if we draw two lines, because we have 2 in upper value and we have to subtract the lower value, but it is the greater number and the upper value is the smaller number, so we will take a borrow to make it greater than 8. Now subtract. Now you can draw 12 lines and can cut the 8 from it. For example, let's draw now you have 12 objects or a group of 12 objects. Subtract or take away 8 objects from it. How much left with you? These are 4 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4. Write down 4 in the answer. Next step is subtract tens. you have 5 and have to subtract 4 from 5. You will get one object as answer. Now in hundreds, subtract 300 from 500, answer will 200. The total difference of 562 and 348 is 214. Understand, students? Now let's solve the n part of exercise 7 with the same process. Take a borrow, increase the number, decrease the number of tens. Now subtract 6 from 12, answer is 6. 8 and 8 will give you the difference of 0. Subtract 2 from 6, you will get 406 in total difference of these two numbers. Let's do the last part of this exercise. O. Take a borrow from tens, make units 10, minus or subtract 9 from 10, answer will be 1. Now we have 6 and we have to subtract 9 from 6. Take a borrow from hundreds, make 6 as 16, cut this 9 under the hundreds, it will be decreased as one digit, and now we have 8 in hundreds. Let's operate these numbers. Minus 9 or subtract 9 from 16, you will get how much? Let's check it. Draw 16 lines. Now what we have to do? Cross the 9 lines or cut the 9. Count the remaining lines, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Write it in answer. Now in hundreds you have 8. You have to subtract 4 from 8. Subtract it. You will get 4 as answer. Total difference of these two numbers we get is 471. It's done. Now let's move to next. Open page number 36 or come to page number 36. We have topic multiplication on page number 36. Let's understand first. When two numbers are multiplied with each other, answer is called the product. Okay students, this is the multiplication is same like read the tables. In exercise 9c, fill the following multiplication square. You have a grid here with empty squares. First row we have, this is the sign of multiplication or time. We have 1 to 10 numbers in first row and we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 10 different numbers in first column. Now what we have to do, we will multiply the column with row gradually or accordingly. So let's start. First has done 2 times 1 is 2. Next 2 times 2 is 4. Just read the table and fill the grid. 2 times 3 is 6. See, this is 2. Multiply this with all 1 to 10 numbers. Now 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. Students, remember, order does not matter in multiplication. If you multiply 2 with 4, answer will be 8. If you multiply 4 with 2, answer will be same, 8. And the answer which we get by the multiply of two numbers, it is called product of these two numbers. And when we subtract a number from other, the answer or the number we get is called the difference of these two numbers. So we are finding here the product of these two numbers. Okay, remember, we are finding the product of these two numbers. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 10 is 20. Now read the table of 3 or multiply the 3 with all these 1 to 10 digits. Write it in the row of 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. Then 5 times 3 is 15. See, I read 5 times 3 is, instead of 3 times, product is same, 15. Order doesn't matter in multiplication. Now 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27 and 10 times is 30. Now find the product of 4 by multiplying this by the 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 4 is 20. Remember, we are multiplying the numbers or digits in the row with the numbers or digits in the column. We are multiplying both digits. 4 times 6 is 24. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 4 is 36. 10 times 4 is 40. Let's fill the next grid or next squares. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 30. 7 times 35. 8 times 40. 9 times 45. 10 times 5 is 50. The next digit is 6. Now multiply 6 with all these numbers or all these digits in the first row. 6 times 1 is 6. Then 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 18. 4 times 6 is 24. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 6 is 42. 8 times 6 is 48. 9 times 6 is 52 and 10 times 6 is 60. Now the time to multiply 10 with all the digits in the first row. Then 1 time is 10, then 2 times 10 is 20, 3 times 10 is 30, 4 times 10 is 40, 5 times 10 is 50. If we multiply 10 with 6, we get 60. Multiply 7 with 10, you will get 70. Multiply 8 with 10, you will get 80. Now 10 times 9 is 90, and if we multiply 10 with 10, we get 100 in answer. The answer of multiplication, when we multiply two numbers, the answer is the product of these two numbers. Let's move to next page, page number 37, and exercise is 10. This page we can see there are some wheels and some numbers. Inside the wheels. Now let's see what we have to do with these numbers. Read the statement. Multiply the number in the center of the wheel. Okay, multiply the number in the center of the wheel, it means the most inner number. We have to multiply this number with by the number in the middle to find the number on the outside. We have to multiply the most inner number with the middle number to get the outer number. Let's start. Here we have 2. Now we know that we have to multiply 2 with all these numbers. Multiply in a sequence. 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6, already has written. Now 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 5 is 10. Now 2 times 6 is 12. Read the tables and fill the numbers. 2 times 9 is 18. We have 2 and 4 to multiply. Read the table of 2 till 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Write 8 outside of the wheel, outer side of the wheel. 2 times 7 is 14. See, we have outer numbers of this wheel. Let's solve the next B. The inner number or the center number is 4. Now we have to multiply all the middle numbers with 4. Start from 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Then you can move either side, right or left. Move in a sequence. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 6 is 24. And 4 times 8 is 32. See, it is easy. In other words, we are finding the product of these two numbers, the middle number and the center number. Let's move to C part and see what we have to do. Here we have 6 in the center and different numbers in middle. Multiply these numbers to get the outside number. 6 times 0 is 0. When we multiply 0 with any number, the product will be 0. Next, 6 times 3 is 18. Next, 6 and 4, multiply these two numbers, 6 and 4, you will get 24. Now multiply 8 and 6, write 42. Outside of the wheel, multiply 6 and 7, when we multiply 8 and 6, we get 48, right? 48 at the outside of the wheel. Now multiply 7 and 6, you will get 42. If we multiply 5 and 6, we get the product of 30. Now multiply 9 and 6, or read the table of 6 till 9. If we multiply 9 and 6, we will get 54 as answer. Now multiply 6 and 6, 6 times 6 is 36. Let's move to next part, D. We have to multiply 3 with all these digits. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 0, 0, 3 times 7, 21, 3 times 4, 12, 3 times 8, 24, 3 times 5, 15, 3 times 9, 27, 3 times 6, 18. Now in E part, you can see 5 in the center of the wheel, and now multiply 5 with all the middle numbers. 5 times 7 is 35, 5 times 9 is 45, 5 times 8 is 40, 5 times 5, 25, 5 times 4, 20, 5 times 6, 30, and 5 times 3 is 15. In the last, 5 times 2 is 10. Let's do the next wheel. We have 10 to multiply with all these numbers. Let's start. Multiply 5 and 10, 5 and 10, you will get 50. Multiply 3 and 10, answer is 30. 8 times 10 is 80, 6 times 10 is 60, 9 times is 90, 4 times 10 is 40, 1 time is 10, and 7 times 10 is 70. This is exercise 10, which we have complete now. Let's move to page number 38 and solve exercise 11. Just read the statement and find what we have to do with these numbers. Multiply the following numbers. Simple, just we have to multiply all these numbers. Same as like we do in exercise 10. Just read the table 5 to 3 or 3 to 5. Order doesn't matter in multiplication. 5 times 3 is 15. Solve this exercise on your book. Let's start together. Do it with me. 4 times 0 is 0. Remember, when a number multiplied by 0, its product always is 0. Now 4 times 9 is, or 9 times 4 is, you will get 36. 9 times 5 is 45. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 1 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 7 is 21. Let's start the exercise 12. Now we have vertical numbers, but the topic is same, multiplication. Find the product. I told you the answer of when we multiply two numbers, the answer is called product. Multiply all these numbers vertically and write the answer in the answer box. 5 times 7 is, or 7 times 5 is 35. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 3 is 9. Next, 9 times or 5 times 9 is 45. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 5 is 25. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 9 is 18. 3 times 0 is 0. 9 times 1 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Turn page 38 to page 39 and see, we have exercise 13 on page number 39, and here we have word problems. Exercise statement is solve the following word problems. Let's read the first problem first. In A, there are 6 flower pots. Each flower pot has 4 flowers. How many flowers are there altogether? What you have to do? See and understand clearly. You have, or there are 6 flower pots. It means you have 6 flower pots and each flower pot has 4 flowers. How many flowers? If we multiply these two numbers, we can get the product easily. See here, we have flower pots 6 and each pot has flowers 4. Multiply these two numbers, 6 and 4, you will get 4 times 6 is 24. Total flowers 24. Next, question statement asking that there are 8 apples packed in a box. Information saying that you have 8 apples packed in a box. In a one box you have 8 apples. So how many apples if we have 5 boxes? How many apples will be there in 5 boxes? If we have 5 boxes, how many apples are there? One box has 8 apples. Number of boxes, total boxes are 5. Multiply these two numbers. 5 times 8 is 40. Total apples altogether are 40. Let's read The statement of question C. Information is 7 monkeys are climbing a tree. You can see there is a tree and here are 7 monkeys climbing on this tree. How many legs are there altogether? As you know, every monkey has 2 legs. So how many legs of these all 7 monkeys? Let's find out by multiplying. Monkeys climbing a tree equal to 7. Number of legs one monkey has 2. Multiply these two numbers. 2 times 7 is 14. 7 monkeys have 14 legs altogether. Okay students. Next is very easy exercise and very interesting exercise. Just understand it, focus on it clearly. A packet of chocolate costs ₹9. We all like chocolates and one packet costs ₹9. It means we can purchase one packet of chocolate in 9 rupees. And there is a child whose name is Amna. Amna bought 5 packets. Amna likes chocolates most. She bought 5 packets of chocolate. How much money did she spend? Now let's find out how much money she need to buy 5 packets of chocolates when we have to pay 9 rupees for one packet of chocolate. Cost of one packet is 9 and Amna bought packets 5. Multiply these two numbers. 5 times 9 is 45. She spent total money she spent is ₹45. Next question statement is Ali has 5 bowls with 3 goldfish in each. Ali has 5 fish bowls like this. You can see in your book there is a fish bowl and there are 3 fish in each bowl. How many fish are there altogether? How many bowls Ali has? Ali has, let's see this. Ali has 5 fish bowls and goldfish in each bowl is 3. Multiply these two numbers. 3 times 5 is 15. Now total fish altogether Ali has 15 fish in 5 bowls. This is the last question of exercise 13. Let's move to page number 41 with the topic division. We are doing arithmetic operations and in this unit we did addition, subtraction, multiplication and now we are going to learn division. When we subtract a number many times, it is called division, and when we add a number many times, it is called multiplication. Now let's do this exercise 14. Divide the following. We have to divide 12 in threes. Read the table of 3 till you get 12, and where you find 12 This will be our answer. And answer in division is called quotient. Answer of multiplication is product, answer of subtraction is difference, and answer of division is quotient. Remember all these. Divide the following. Read the table of 3. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. We get 12 in 4. When we multiply 4 and 3, we get 12. So, we divided 12 in 3s 4 times. It is just like that. You have 12 bananas and divided 3, 4 children get this. Now B part, read the table of 6 till you get 18. Three times 6 is 18. Now it's time to read the table of 5, that you can get 25. 5 times 5 is 25. 28 divide in 4. 7 times 4 is 28. 6 times 5 is 30. Next 14 divided into 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 10 times 2 is 20. 3 times 3 is 9. 7 1 time is 7, and 9 5 time is 45. Understand, students? It is very easy to divide a number with the second number. Now let's move to exercise 15 on page number 42. Let's see what we have to do. Solve the following, multiply to check. Let's start. It is very simple and it will build your understanding more than before. For example, see 5 divided into ones. If you divide 5 into ones, you will get 5 as answer, because 5 times is 5. Now check this answer, multiply it with 5. 1 times 5 is 5. Now see next, 15 divided into 3s. Now read the table of 3, that you get 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Write down 5 as answer. Now multiply 3 and 5. 3 multiplied by 5, which is your answer. Multiply it with 3, and 3 times 5 is 15. When you divide 15 into 3s, you will get 5 parts of 15. When you multiply 3 by 15, you get the 15 whole number, or a group of 15 objects. Let's move to next. 10 divided by 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Now multiply this 5 with 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Next, 16 divided into 4s. 4 times 4 is 16. Now multiply 4 and 4. This will be 16. 5 4 times is 20. Multiply 5 and 4 you will get 20. Divided hundreds into tens. 10 times 10 is 100. If we multiply 10 with 10 we will get 100. If we divide 54 into 6, we will get 8 as quotient, and if we multiply 6 with 8 we will get 54 as product. Next is 70 divided into tens. 10 7 times is 70. Multiply 10 and 7, you can get 70 as the product of these two numbers. Now divided 24 into 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Multiply 4 and 6, you can check that it is 24. Exercise 15 is complete now. Let's turn page 22 to 42 to 43 and see what we have to do in exercise 16. We have some word problems regarding this topic, division. On page number 43, read the first question statement. 32 cookies are to be shared equally among 8 children. How many cookies will each child get? As I told you first, students, division is like divide a number many times. Here you can see 82 cookies are divided into 8 children. Okay, subtract 32 to 8 children. Now let's solve this exercise. Exercise 16. Solve this exercise in your notebooks, making these statements. Number of cookies 8. Okay students, number of cookies 32 and number of children among which these cookies are divided equal to 8. Now how we can get the answer that how many cookies each child get? Divided these two numbers, divide 32 with 8, read the table of 8 till you get the 32. Read table loudly or read the table after me. 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32. So 8 times 4 times 8 is 32. We get our answer 4. Each child will get 4 cookies. Each child will get 4 cookies. Now let's see in the next question statement what we have to do. Question is 5 fish are to be put in a tank. एक टैंक में they fill 5 fish. How many tanks are needed in there if there are number 1 40 fish, number 2 35 fish. If we have 40 fish, how many tanks are needed? Or if we have 35 fish, how many tanks are needed to fill these fish? Let's solve this word problem in our notebook. See, if we have 40 fish, but tanks are 5. How many fish we will put in one fish tank? Divide 40 with 5. Read the table of 5. Till then you get 40. 5 8 times is 40. So it means tanks needed to fill 40 fish are 8. Now in second, divide 35 with 5. 5 7 times is 35. So tanks needed to fill 35 fish are 7. If we have 7 tanks, we can fill or we can divide 35 fish easily, 5 fish in each tank. Now let's move to next part, C part. Let's read the question statement first. And the question asking for 48 children are divided into team. Now the total children are 48 and they are divided into teams of 8 children in each team. Each team has 8 children. How many teams are made? Let's divide 48 with 8. You can get your answer. Total children divided into team 48. Numbers of children in a team 8. How many teams are made? Divide 48 with 8. Read the table of 8. That you get 48. Read the table. That you get 48. Yes, it is 8 6 times is 48. So total teams are 6. If 48 children are divided into teams and we have to take 8 children in each team, we will build 6 teams. Let's check the next statement of the question D. 50 peanuts are equally shared between 2 squirrels. How many peanuts will each squirrel get? Very simple. We have only 2 squirrels to divide the 50 peanuts. Divide 50 with 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract 4 from 5. 1. Take a 0 down here. Write it against 1. It will be now 10. Now read the table of 2 till you get 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Total answer is 25. It means each squirrel get 25 peanuts. Let's read the statement of next question of E. 28 crayons are to be placed in 7 boxes. How many crayons will be there in each box? Now, how many crayons we have and how many boxes we have? Crayons are placed in boxes are equal to 28. Number of boxes are 7. How many crayons are in each box? We have to find. Divide 28 with 7. Read the table of 7 till we get the number 28. Did you reading? Yes. 7 4 times is 28. So, number of crayons in each box has 4. This is our answer. Students, we have completed our exercise 16. Now it's time to move to next page, page number 44, and now we have the topic mixed operations. In exercise 17, we have to do mixed operations. It may be divide or maybe we have to multiply to get our answer. Let's read the first A question statement. Ahmed bought 4 oranges at rupees 10 each. Find the total cost of 4 oranges. See, Ahmed bought how many oranges? He bought 4 oranges. And he paid 10 rupees against each orange. It means one orange cost is rupees 10. Let's solve it. Write the statement like this. Ahmed bought oranges equal to 4. Cost of one orange is 10. When we have to find more values or the greater number, we will multiply these numbers. Multiply 10 and 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. Answer is 40. Total cost of 4 oranges equal to rupees 40. Next, let's read the question statement of B. Rania bought some vegetables costing rupees 218. She bought vegetables for rupees 218 and fruit costing rupees 85. She had rupees 27 left after paying the shopkeeper. What we understand with this? Rania purchased vegetables and paid rupees 218. Then after she purchased fruits and paid rupees 85. But after paying for both vegetables and fruits, she has 27 rupees left with her. Now what we have to do? We have to find number 1, how much did she spend? It means how much she paid for vegetables and for fruits altogether. We will add these two numbers. Secondly, how much money did she have in total? It means now add 27 in the answer of which she paid to shopkeeper. Add. Let's solve the first statement first. See, Rania bought vegetables for rupees 218, fruits for rupees 85. She had left 27. Now number 1, how much did she spend? She spent 218 and then she spent 85. Now add these numbers. Start from right side. 8 and 5 equal to 13. Write 3 in answer and take one carry to the next digit. Now add 1 and 8, it is 9. Add the carried digit, it will be 10. It is converted in hundreds. Carry 1 to hundreds column. 1 and 2 equal to 3. She paid rupees 303 for both vegetables and fruits. Now the second is, how much money did she have in total? She paid rupees 303 to shopkeeper and she had left rupees 27 with her. Now add these two numbers. Start from right side and move then to left side. 3 and 7 equal to 10. Write 0 here. Take one carry to next column. 2 and 1 equal to 3. Write down 3 as it is. She has rupees 330 with her in total. Hope you understand this question clearly. Now let's see in next part. Question C. Find the total bill. 7 chocolates, rupees 10 each. 8 drinks at rupees 20 each. 9 cupcakes at rupees 4 each. It means someone purchased 7 chocolates and paid 10 rupees for each chocolate. How much he or she paid? Then find if someone purchased 8 drinks at rupees 20 for each, how much he or she paid for 8 drinks. 9 cupcakes, if someone purchased 9 cupcakes and paid 4 rupees for each, how much he paid. Let's solve this question. First of all, if someone purchased 7 chocolates and pay 10 rupees for each, how much rupees he or she have to pay? Must be 70 rupees. Next, multiply 8 and 20 for drinks bill. It is 160. Next, multiply 9 and 4 for cupcakes bill. It will be 36. Now add all these numbers or all these rupees to find the total bill. 0 plus 0 plus 6, answer will be 6 because 0 has no power to increase or decrease the number. Now add 3, 6 and 7. These 3 numbers, 7 and 6, it is equal to 13. Then add 3 in 13, it will be 16. Write down 6 in answer, carry 1 to hundreds. 1 and 1 equal to 2. Total bill is 266 rupees. Next, question D. What we have to do in D? 5 friends had some snacks. How many friends? There are 5 friends. The total bill was rupees 50. They had some snacks or they eat some snacks. They purchased snacks and paid rupees 50. But they shared the amount. What is each friend's share? We have to find what is each friend's share. Students, understand, when we find more to less, we have to divide the numbers, and when we have to find less to more, we add or multiply the numbers. Now here we will divide the number, the amount in friends, to find the share of each friend. Total bill of snacks was 50. Number of friends are 5. Each friend's share is divide 50 in 5s. Read the table of 5 that you can get 50. 5 10 time is 50. It means rupees 10 is share of each. Now let's read the last question statement. There are 44 visitors at the zoo. All visitors came in car with 4 people in each car. Find the total number of cars. How many visitors are there in zoo? There are 44 visitors. Each visitor came in car. They are not allowed to use any other vehicle. They used only cars, and each car has 4 people. Visitors at the zoo are 44. People in each car 4. Total number of cars. Now we have to find total number of cars. Divide 44 with 4. 4 1 time 4. Then again 4 1 time 4. It means 11. How many cars are needed to fill 44 passengers or 44 people? If there are 11 cars in the parking of the zoo, then there are 44 visitors at the zoo. Students, I hope you understand all the mixed questions. We have finished our exercise 7 and our topic mixed operations, and our unit also, which was arithmetic operations. Practice this unit. Okay students, we have completed our unit arithmetic operations, and when we are doing exercise for multiplication, I asked that I will ask you a question. In the last, you have to answer in the comment box of this video. The question is, when two numbers are multiplied with each other, the answer is called. You have to tell me what is it. Okay, I will wait your answers, and till then practice this. अल्लाह हाफिज।
वीडियो पसंद आई तो लाइक करें, अपनी राय कमेंट करें। ऐसे ही मजीद वीडियोस के लिए हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल का आइकन दबाएं ताकि आपको हर वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन मिलता रहे।